Okay, so look, it has been a minute since we have touched iCandi TV. I know. Yeah. Seriously, it has been years. Like 2 years. 2 years. Wow. Almost 2 years. Okay. And the reason being, a lot has changed, guys, in the last 2 years. Number one, Miss iCandi is Mrs. iCandi. What? Me and I got married. What? Right. And then, I mean, that video is on iCandi TV, so y'all should know that. And then, Miss iCandi had a new baby.
A baby?
A baby boy.
Wow.
Yes, Prince Cairo J. So, it has been a lot going on. In that process, it hasn't been a lot of video, but we have had a podcast. Okay?
We do have a podcast.
Yes, we do. And it is called Two Hot Chicks. So make sure you guys go over to Two Hot Chicks, either on Podbean, on iTunes, on Google Play Music, and on SoundCloud, right?
There you go.
And make sure you guys check us out that way to hear, you know, the stuff we're talking about, daily life. But
day to day,
we had to come back with a video for you guys. And this is a new web series, and we are so excited. We are super, super excited.
Look at all this face.
Right? Y'all know y'all been checking out all of our food challenges, right? Y'all been checking them out, so we decided to do that to the next level.
We are doing a mukbang
and chill. Mukbang and chill. So look, this is, when the food lovers and the movie lovers meet together. Right, okay. So this is definitely a food challenge. And as you see, right now, we have the wonderful, wonderful crab boil going on a plate.
Hold on. I never told them who I was.
You didn't tell them who you were?
No.
Tell them who you are.
Oh my God, I'm her, she, me, MsMocha.
That's right. And like I told y'all, I am Mrs. iCandi.
Alrighty.
So listen, y'all. We got this wonderful seafood spread going on. And it was Cincy Crab, right? Yeah, Cincy Crab.
And this is their broil.
Yes.
Their seafood broil.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I have is the lobster tail, and then with the little mixture of the potatoes and the eggs and the corn with some shrimp thrown up in there, you know what I'm saying?
And I have a lobster tail, shrimp, crawfish, and I have potatoes, corn, and eggs.
Right, okay. And then I have the garlic butter. The garlic
dipping sauce, and I have the spicy garlic dipping sauce.
Right, okay. So. And then we have lemonade and a big old jug of it too to keep it.
Yes!
So we are definitely mukbanging, y'all. We about to eat this, but the whole thing about mukbang and chill is as we eat, we talk about a movie.
Yes.
Okay? So
not just any movie though.
Yes. The movie has to coexist with the food.
Yes.
Okay? And we just give a review. And it's like throwback movies. And then eventually we're going to update and do some new movies. This one is a more current movie, but it's not like in the theaters. But it's more of a recent one, you know. And the movie that we're going to do today is...
And the reason why we're eating seafood is because they were in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's known for seafood. So the theme of our movie was seafood, so we did it in this girl's trip. So I am so freaking hungry.
We're gonna get this started. So before we even start about the movie, we gotta take a bite.
Okay, so
where we take a bite. Let me put my food. Hold on, thank you for the food. Let's have prayer. She's named pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, cause
I'm so excited. Oh my God.
What you gonna go with first?
I'm eating the lobster tail.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a piece of shrimp.
Ooh,
all right.
Hold on.
Let me see. Ooh, guys. And then you see they hooked us up. It's spicy, huh? You see they hooked us up with the bibs.
They did.
And the gloves.
They did.
This is crazy, y'all. Crazy.
Y'all don't even know.
It's good. It was so good. Okay,
let's start talking about the movie. Okay, so girl trips.
Okay, so the plot, guys, with Girl Trip is four college friends.
Excuse me.
You know, you know how in college you meet your crew? A lot of people meet their crew in college.
I did.
And then
they were called the Flossy Posse.
And throughout life, they've been there for each other's moments, weddings. They was there for graduation, of course. One of them had kids, got married and stuff like that. One of them, she thought she had STD, ended up being chlamydia. You know, like they just been there for prominent moments in each other's lives. But as time goes by, you know, a year passed where they hadn't talked and they hadn't seen each other, and then it was 5 years. So then the main character, who's kind of like telling a story, I guess, that's played by Regina King, and her character's name is Ryan Pierce. Okay, and she's like an author, and she's been chosen to be a keynote speaker for the Essence Festival. And she's like, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity for me to get my girls, together. So then she's calling all her girls, and she's like, hey, we're gonna go on this trip. So then you got the characters, okay? Alright, so Queen Latifah's in the movie. She is Sasha.
Yeah, she's Sasha. She is the journalist.
Right, turned blog writer. Celebrity gossip blog writer, okay? Yeah. And then you got Dina, that's played by Tiffany Haddish. This was Tiffany Haddish's breakout movie. Okay,
so what's so crazy about Tiffany Haddish in this movie, like her character?
It's you.
It really is like me. And I know, I mean, like, I watched it again today, earlier, and I, like, laughed out loud. So, like laughed out loud on some of the stuff that was happening in that movie. I was just, like, it was hilarious.
It took me forever to watch it because, you know, I got the baby and stuff, and he just was showing out. But I was watching with my husband, and I was like, who is that in my circle? And he was like, Mocha. I was like, right.
He basically just said what's on my mind.
So then you got Lisa, and she's played by Jada Pinkett-Smith, and she is the nurturer, the mom. You know, I think she's like a nurse practitioner or something, or a doctor. I don't know, but she's the mommy. And I don't know what Dina, Tiffany Haddish's character, do. She got fired.
Oh, a graphic.
Okay, so Ryan is married to her college sweetheart, who is
the dude that played
Luke Cage. His name is Mike Hoyer, I think. He played Luke Cage on the Netflix series. Okay, and
where the meat at in it?
They're like this powerful couple.
What part are you supposed to eat? Because there ain't no meat right here.
You gonna suck the meat out.
It ain't no meat in there. Is it in the legs?
It should be in the body.
Somebody show me how to eat crawfish. Call me right now.
Oh my God, this is so good.
It's mine.
Okay, so
there's some meat right there.
They get to New Orleans and they partying and having a good time. It made me want to go to New Orleans so bad, y'all.
Because, okay, let's just stop right now and let's talk about my Essence. My very first Essence trip I went with one of my girls, was the part of my college clique. We was actually called FIC. And
what's FIC stand for?
If I tell you, I gotta kill you. Okay. There's some toxic
shit.
FIC.
Okay.
Shout out to FIC.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's their flossy posse.
Yeah. So it was just us two.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, at one point I woke up in the bathtub and I got separated from my friend.
You woke up in the bathtub?
Yeah. It was so crazy. The two times that I went to the Essence Festival was both memorable times, I can say. Like, some what happens here stays here shit. Like, on some true shit. I think that just brings it out of you. I'm ready to go back again. But you just can't go to the Essence Festival with anybody. Like, that's not a trip you just get some girls together. It got to be your dogs. Because I'm telling you, Bourbon Streets will do something to us. I'm telling you, you'll be jacked up. So, most definitely check out Essence Festival if you're African American. It's kind of like a bougie freaknik, you know.
When they were like partying around and walking through the streets of New Orleans or whatever, Bourbon Street, they was throwing beads. And Jada caught eye with this handsome chocolate.
Oh, girl, that was good. I saw that. I was like, ooh.
He is Kofi from Queen Sugar.
Oh, don't talk about.
His name was Malik in the movie, and he was chocolatey fine. He was chocolate man.
Okay, let me tell you, when I saw that part, I was like, I want to go to New Orleans. Just so I could catch somebody's eye like that. And then we gonna see each other and we gonna get it on. Just like that.
They get there, you know, it's like Ryan is doing great. She got fans buying everybody drinks because they
I too. Now I'm gonna say this. I was like, I can't wait till people recognize us like that. Because I sure want some free drinks. So if you see me, yes I do. Okay? Don't even ask. Yes I do. I usually drink Merlot wine. Or you can buy me peach, Ciroc, cranberry, and pineapple. So just have it on deck. But I gotta see you back. You might slip something in it. But I do want to drink though, by the way.
I found people buy me drinks before because of
who you are.
iCandi or whatever. And I got messed up. It's hard for me to turn down free drinks. I was so tore up. It was bad.
On my birthday, I learned the hard way. You gotta just say no. I'm telling you. On your birthday, people just keep on buying drinks, buying drinks.
I had like 9 cups of my drink there. And I got so sick, girl. I was like, and I'm trying to be cute because people can see me. I'm in public, you know. So I get sick. My cups are all empty. My 9 cups are empty. So I get sick. And I grab one of my empty cups and I bend down, throw up in the cup. Throw up, put the cup under the table, grab another one, throw up, put it under the table.
You feel out 9 of them?
I don't know, but I was done. Okay, so anyway, what happens is Sasha gets this picture for her paparazzi dude, because you know she's a blogger. Right, and it's a picture of Ryan's husband Stuart with some Instagram thought named Simone.
Oh, that was her name, Simone. Simone can get it.
And he kissing on her and everything.
Oh yeah, that was all passionate, like.
Right. So then they're like, you know, she tell the other girls, not Ryan, but the other 2 girls, Lisa and Dina, come here, y'all. Look at this. So they like, oh my God, we gotta tell her. Okay, well, how we gonna tell her? Tell her this way. Don't just blurt it out. You know, just tell her. So they're walking, and then all of a sudden, Dina like, your husband was messing with Instagram thought. You know, just blurt it out.
Let it out.
So then Ryan is like, you know, well, I knew this. I knew about this or whatever. We're getting help. You know, we're working on it. And then some, Sasha's like, no, girl.
This from today.
This from last night or whatever. So she's like, I don't believe that. Whatever. It's cool, girl. It's cool. They get to the hotel. Ryan like, hey, y'all, I'm going to check in.
And y'all go to the bar.
Y'all go to the bar, have a drink.
Oh, that's the part. Oh, I'm just telling y'all. I got so weak at this part because I swear, I'm just like, I can be that, like, I'm like, oh my goodness. When she went over there and went off on him, did she smack him?
Well, she ran into him first. They see Stuart. He's with some lady. They see lady from behind. So, my girl Dina grab a bottle, break it, and run up there to kill her.
She broke it like, look, don't play with me.
So she go up to him, and then they see it's an old lady. They find out it's his aunt. But she like, I don't care, your nephew is nasty.
He went off on him.
So then, basically, they get kicked out the damn hotel because of Dina showing her ass. And then Stuart on his little lame ass talking about well, if it's the policy, I don't want to mess with the policy. You know, so he kind of get him kicked out too. He don't care. That's when she punches her ass. And then they try to get hotel. They couldn't get no 5 or 4 star because it's the Essence. Everything is booked. So they end up getting some little raggedy ass motel.
That was less than a motel. I don't know what the hell that was.
It was bad. It was real bad. So it's nasty, it's dirty. And she's like, we gonna rough it out like back in the day. We gonna do this or whatever. So then some little John come trying to find her. I guess this is normal room with his trick.
His $2 trick at that. He's like, he had $5. He's like, cause we somewhere.
Right. So he trying to get a trick. He like, one of y'all would do it. I don't have to have Monique, whatever her name is. One of y'all work for. No, it's Rochelle, I think. One of y'all can do it. So then they all trying to pimp out Jay. Like, girl, you ain't had nothing in 5 years. Why don't you go ahead and do this? And he like, nah, not with that ugly ass shirt on. She dressed like, seriously, somebody's grandma. So then they kick him out. And then this is the part of the movie where when I was in the theaters, I was crying. Okay. He walked up to the window and showed his penis. It was like, hey, I was like, what? I had never seen a movie where they show a man's penis. Like they show not a movie.
Really?
Usually they show.
You ain't watching Boogie Nights?
They showed his whole penis. I had never
seen it was
movie.
big. I think that was prosthesis, y'all. On Boogie Nights, we might have to watch that so Julie can see it.
Yeah, that was the first time usually I see a man's butt or something, never his penis. When they go to the Essence, we see New Edition, we see Maxwell, Estelle's in the building. Sasha runs into Iyanla Van Zandt, so she said, let me make this clear. You mess with me, we gonna have a problem. But she said, all like, beloved.
Do you know me? He's like, no.
You must not know me.
Because I'll fuck you up. That's what she pretty much
basically, that's what she said. Okay, so they run into an old friend from college, and his name is Julian. And this it is played by Lorenz Tate, and I mean, Lorenz Tate is amazingly handsome. He has drank from the fountain of youth. He looked like he is now older than 21 years old. He looks so good. He like 50 something in real life, y'all. And Lorenz Tate looks so amazing in this movie. Everybody was drooling over Malik's character. I was checking out Lorenz Tate because he is Darius Love and Love Jones, and that's what we will definitely be reviewing because I love me some Lorenz Tate and Love Jones.
Me too. That's big.
Just saying. So he's a musician, and he's there because he has to play with Neo.
He's in the band.
In the band with Neo. They leave there. They go do some drunken, white-waisted stuff, zip lining. They all zip line, and everybody but Lisa and Dina, and then Lisa does it because she's got to use the bathroom. Like, well, you can get across there faster. She does it, she gets stuck
in the middle,
and then she end up peeing on herself. And then Dina come through and push her and then pee like it's fun. Golden shit.
I was like, yes!
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was nasty. So then we get back to the hotel. Well, no, they were going to go to their hotel. Julie won't take them to the hotel. He saw their hotel and took them to his. Like, nah, y'all not going to be
here. And he said he was going to crash with
his band. So he let them have his hotel, which is nice because they had the nasty motel for real. So while they're in their hotel, they just talking. Ryan's not with them, but it's Sasha, Dina, and Lisa. So grapefruit is a technique you're supposed to use with your man. You're supposed to grapefruit his penis.
And the reason why we're talking about this is because the character Dina in Girls Trip taught Sasha and Lisa about grapefruit. So I thought this would be a great time for me to do a demonstration. Oh my God.
This knife is sharp, so be careful.
My co-host wants me to give a demonstration for her and Micah. So first,
teach me, girl. Teach me what to do. Teach me what to do.
A grapefruit, okay, and a banana because we don't have a penis. I said don't get no big one, but that looks kind of big.
No, you gotta like do a circle.
No, but first you gotta cut the ends off. You gotta cut that off. I watched. I paid attention. Okay, so you cut both ends off like that. And then you make
sure it's the side.
A circle. Hold on.
Well, you doing it, I'm gonna get back to my food.
Let her go ahead and start eating while I'm making a hole in the grapefruit. Okay, so girls, first of all, when you do this, you want to make sure that he is like abrasion free. Like he ain't just like cut his, like, you know, when you shave
hair bumps,
any of that, because that won't be a good outcome. Okay. I think you'll fuck them up for real. Okay, but so what I'm doing here is cutting a hole in the middle, and I'm cutting a big hole because I'm thinking about $1 million baby. And you see that? Ooh, look at that.
That's not what you're supposed to do. You're not doing the right thing. Now, look.
I was just giving him an extra.
Oh, God.
That's good. Okay. Okay, so now this is what we're left with here. Okay. Okay, so you take the grapefruit. I think you're supposed to leave a little bit more in there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
your man ain't got that much girth. Like he this man, the banana man.
Oh yeah, okay, but my real man, that's what I was thinking about. My husband that ain't here yet. Find me, husband, find me. Okay, so you take the grapefruit and you place it on the penis. And then you're supposed to squeeze, which I can't because I took too much out. You're supposed to squeeze on it and suck up. See that? Squeeze and twist at the hump. You choke on it a little bit because they like it. You're supposed to. Oh, you see all that juice? And there. Get it clean when you have. Oh my God. You see that?
Oh, chill.
This is really good, girl. This is good.
Was it refreshing from the seafood? After the grapefruiting, that scene was like classic in the movie because Tiffany Haddish just went hard on this damn banana. Like Mocha just did. Okay, so anyway, the next day, Ryan and Stuart are doing some promo work. We see the ladies going around checking out people. You see people from movies and blogs and whatever talking. The highlight for me was Mr. Morris Chestnut was there.
He was.
How you doing? Okay. Dina was trying to lick him and kiss him. I would definitely try to give him a hug and a high five.
That's all.
I'm married.
Okay.
So
I ain't. So I'm gonna be trying to.
But he's married, and I respect marriage.
Oh yeah. I guess. It's like, no, I'm just playing. Yes, I do. Okay.
Okay. So anyway, what happens is they're doing Stuart and Ryan are doing a cooking demonstration with that black lady from the Food Network.
Eats. What is she like? Love something? What's that show?
I don't know. She used to be on
the stew.
Yeah, she used to be on that cooking show that she won. Well, I don't know if she won, but now she's on a little cook show on TV, daytime TV. But they're doing a demonstration with her, and everybody talking about cooking together. It's all romantic, whatever. Great. All of a sudden, Instagram Thought is in the building. Miss Simone is like, I'd like to volunteer and help you guys out. And she has on this little red old tight dress, and Ryan and Stuart both know who she is. And it's kind of like uncomfortable shade, right? And then the girl, so they invite her up because the lady who's hosting the cooking thing don't know. So she's like, oh, come on up. Yeah, girl, this will be great. So then the Flossie Pot's like, oh, we coming up too. You'll just be by yourself. Right. So that's a very uncomfortable scene where the Instagram Thought is kind of taunting Ryan. I just got a question. Seriously, if it was you professional now. This is you up here. You got a person out here that might want to, buy your brand and get a big corporate deal or whatever. And you got this Thought that's here taunting you. Would you be able to handle yourself professionally? Because Ryan did a good job being professional.
Because she had her girls with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could you have done that?
Yeah.
I couldn't have. That chick was talking about I love sausage. I don't have a gag reflex. I'd have popped that bitch in her throat. Look, you're not going to be taunting me trying my ass right here. That'd be like, what's wrong?
I feel like I could take it because as soon as that shit said cut, man, that bitch would have been in the parking lot scrapping.
Next day. We go to the next day.
So
Dina buy some crazy ass drink from my ex.
She go get some of this stuff, and he was like, "You're only supposed to use a splash."
Right, and she used the whole damn thing.
He said that the bottle should last her 5 years. She poured all of it in their drinks.
And they don't know what they drinking, so they thinking they just getting, lit or whatever.
Yeah,
she gave them this stuff.
He said that it help you and make you hallucinate.
But she wasn't listening.
No.
At all.
And girl, so they go out. Got wicked again.
They go out.
They just start tripping like they was like,
right.
Hold on, you hear something?
Cause Sasha saw some like Cuban or whatever type of guy that she over here hunching on. She don't even.
Hold on, but first she said, y'all hear something? And they all was like, what? And then she was like, what? She was like, y'all hear something? Next thing you know, her kids was on the big screen.
And then Malik's big people.
And then they all start tripping. And then, girl, Regina King.
Sasha was tripping. No, she thought the waitress was a little Simone chick.
Yeah, so, and then she was like.
And then her agent was tripping.
Oh, yeah.
They was all drunk.
She drank that candle. She was like, I don't like this drink. Oh, my God, I I was cracking up off of that. I was laughing out loud on that part.
So they leave that club and they go duck out and go to a regular old nightclub, like a little hole in the wall type nightclub.
They felt that good.
Yeah, and it was funny because they had like a little moment where Dina was like, oh, this our people. Let's set off on this mother. And then you get Queen Latifah and Jada Pinket-Smith came out of character for a second, look at each other and said, because they were going to set it off, you know.
Right.
So they ended up, Instagram thought, ended up being up in there. They have a dance off against her. And she can't dance. All she was doing was shaking her butt. They was doing some old school dancing. Tiffany Haddish was dancing her little butt off, though. She was sea-walking and popping, and, you know, she was getting it. So they basically, the old school, you know, Flossy Posse, win a dance contest. So then they go have another shot. These heifers was drinking like crazy. I was trying to figure that out. Like, they was, after that tsunami, they gonna have some shots, so like some Patron or something. I couldn't have no the tsunami.
I wouldn't have, like, I didn't been fucked up before in New Orleans.
I have too, but I can't be that messed up, man.
I have been. I don't even know my name.
After they take their shot, little hating ass Simone bump into Tiffany Haddish character like she want to start something.
She did.
So Tiffany was out like, you know what? I'm not even gonna do it. I'm calm and I'm cool and I'm collected. Then Lisa's character, Jada Pinkett's character, Lisa punches her in the face and a little fight break out. Everybody fighting. The cops come. They run. They get saved by Julian. The whole time they've shown Sasha keeps trying to tell Ryan like, yo, you gotta get on this, you know, this footage or these pictures because he gonna sell it to somebody else and it's gonna get leaked. And she's like, what do you think I should do? Let me leak it because then we can, you know, we can tell the story. And she's like, well, let me think about it. Let me see some stuff. So then she had this meeting with this big corporation and they say that they want to do a big figure. They want to buy into the Ryan and Stewart brand. So then she tells Sasha like, yo, can I buy footage?
The brand is you can have it all.
Right. So
like
then she's
like
husband, a career, all that. Faithful, you know. So she goes out to Sasha, she's like, yo, you think your paparazzi will let me buy the footage from him? Because me and Stu are going to work it out. We done figured it out. We're going to work it out.
But she ain't telling her friends about this deal.
Right, she didn't say that.
So she just looks stupid, pretty much.
So then, she like, I mean, I guess, whatever. So they go see my boy perform. He's performing, like playing with Neo. And Lorenz Tate looks amazing on that stage with Neo. I was laughing because as Neo kept performing, Neo always poke his lip out when he's there. He'd be like, ah! I was like, what is he doing? What your lips sitting by him, boy? So anyway, you see a nice little moment of Julian playing and Ryan is like so into it, just smiling like, oh yes, honey, you look great. I'm so proud of him. Look at him. It's amazing. Yeah, so then after they're having a moment, they're talking and stuff, and then Simone, Instagram thought, comes in. Sasha stops her and she's like, yo, I'm pregnant.
Yes.
And I've been trying to reach Stewart and he ain't answering. So I need to talk to Ryan. Well, okay, you can deliver this message. He has 24 hours to talk to me or I'm going to go to the press. And you can be the press, I don't care, but I'm going to go to some damn body.
Right.
So then she tell the girls and they go tell Ryan. So Ryan lets them know that she had been trying to have a baby for a while when she couldn't have one. She done had fertility treatments and everything and still nothing. Now this Instagram thought is the one I can give Stewart the one thing she couldn't give him.
The baby.
Right. And it was a nice moment because Tiffany Haddish's character, Dina, kind of broke the sadness of it. Because it was like, damn, you know, your friends say that, you sitting there like, but she was like, look, I made that baby for you and they gonna have a ass baby. And I was like, she's a good friend. Seriously, yes. She made her smile in the midst of that.
I'm good at that.
So then Stewart show up and the girls step out for a second so he can talk to her. And he basically mind F's her.
Yeah, he does.
And he's all like, look,
we can have it all.
Right. But so I wrote this stuff down because I was like, seriously, guys can do this to people where they can really mind F you, where you be like, boo-boo the fool when you know you boo-boo the fool.
True that.
And you ain't do it. So let me tell y'all what his words was. Like, seriously, he done cheat on his wife. He done got a chick pregnant. Not only did you cheat on me, you was irresponsible enough to create a baby.
Right.
Okay? So he said, I made a terrible mistake. I know you can't trust me as your husband, but you can trust me as your partner.
Yeah.
Okay? So it all comes back to the money thing with him. And then he's also like,
Ryan do this.
Right. Ryan without Stewart doesn't have it all.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? I don't even know. I would have been like, F yeah, like I'm stubborn. So whatever. I don't have to have it all with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's another person I'm supposed to have it all with, brother.
Right.
I got this nice little young tenderoni from back in the day that's down there looking real good with his little faux hawk. I'm about to holler at him until you buy. Okay?
He looks
because I think Loretta's Tate look better. In my opinions. Okay, so she tell her friends basically, she come downstairs, they like, oh heck nah, because they like he hugging her and stuff. Heck nah.
Like, you going back, you going back.
She's like, yeah, we're working it out. We're married. I'm not gonna throw this away. This is a real marriage, guys, and I get it because I'm married. You know what I'm saying? And you can say you're gonna leave for certain stuff, but when you're in a situation, you might change your mind. So I can totally understand that, but I know that I don't think I personally can get over a baby. So what he basically told her was she agreed to take up. She's gonna sign the NDA,
a non-disclosure,
if he pays her a monthly amount
for her the baby,
to take care of the baby. Meaning, like, where you gonna be
like hush money?
Yeah, but that means that's your kid too. You gonna be out your child's life, just pay her off. Like, I was like, I can't be with no man that's gonna do that anyway. So, you know, she said she gonna stay with him, whatever. But then her phone is ringing like crazy. So then finally she answered her phone like, what? And then it's her agent. Her agent is telling her like, yo, this picture's out. This is crazy. What's going on? You know? So instantly she thinks Sasha was the one that leaked the picture. So she go off on Sasha like, why did you do this? You ruined my life. And she like, I didn't do it. Yes, you did. And I was like, see, that's my thing. I've been telling you all this motherfucking time. I went off on her because I've been telling you from day one it's going to come out. If I don't leak it, it's going to come out because he's going to sell it. And you bullshitting and you playing games thinking you got all the time in the world. It's your fault. I told your ass what to do. You ain't listen. Don't blame it on me. See, if I'm beside her, I'd have cussed her little spanking ass out. Because it made me mad. Because she instantly blamed her friend when she been warning you.
Yeah, but and I just think that, like, she just was.
But you a celebrity, though. You know. That's what they do.
Yeah.
She's a gossip blogger. So, that's what they do. And it's not just her. It ain't like she the only gossip blogger.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be stupid. And as a celebrity, you know that. We ain't even big celebrities, and we know that shit.
That's true.
So, my thing is, you can't seriously try to put it out on her when you've been putting it off. It is a hot picture that's been here for days, chilling.
True.
That dude wanted to make his damn money.
Well, the video got out. I mean, this picture got leaked, and then everybody knew what was going on.
Right.
And then the agent told her to deny.
Right.
And that was the plan.
So what? They all fall out. All the girls fall out. They just fall out, go out on each other.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. So then Dina and Lisa get back together. They link up. I'm sorry, girl. Girl late too.
Right.
Sasha decides to do a last video blog like, yeah, I'm ending this stuff.
Yeah, she said
I ain't done nothing.
Yeah.
And I see that this hurt my job, hurting people and messing up families, and you know, I'm leaving it. So then they link up with her. So the three friends link up and they're like, yo, we gotta go get to Ryan. So they're on their way to get to Ryan. Ryan's on stage. Well, Stewart introduces Ryan, which I thought was crazy. I don't know. I guess the publicist thought that was a good idea, whatever, to get ahead of it. But I thought that was bad. They should have had somebody else introduce her, especially what was going on. But he introduces her and she comes up on stage and she's like, yo, what's been out there in the blogs is not true. Me and my husband are happy.
It's been doctor. It's been Photoshop. That's not him.
And we're happy and in love and all this
that
kind
was
of
the
stuff.
Story that she was sticking to.
So then she see the Flossy Posse. They come in the room
with their best song.
Yeah. And she's all like, you know what, I can't lie no more. Look, he cheating on me. And my agent wrote this nice little speech for me to say, but I can't do it.
Right.
You know, you should never dim your light for some guy or some person. And she just gives a very nice, heartfelt, vulnerable speech that I think all women could relate to. Not just married women, single women. You know, everybody can relate to.
Right.
And then she drops the mic and walk off stage. It was funny at one point because while she was trying to, you know, go on the stage, Stewart was like, right. She said, sit your ass down. She did.
She should have been doing that.
So then when she leaves, the Flossy Posse girls come backstage and they hug her like, girl, we proud of you, we love you. And Sasha like, I didn't do it. She's like, I know. She's like, okay. So then they all like Flossy Posse. They do like Flossy Posse little stuff. And then her agent comes in and she's like, yo, the lady wants you. She don't even want Stewart. The deal's still on, but it's just for you, not with your husband, because the market for single women is even bigger than it is for married women. So boom. She's like, great. As long as I can have my girl Sasha as my partner. Boom. It's cool. So then they go to the concert. Mariah Carey performing. Who else?
She was on him like, he was on her. Like,
yeah, Julia was like on there. She was on here like, you bounce back quick, bro. I know the divorce is not fine.
Cheating. Why you playing?
Right. So, and she got her girls back and she hype or whatever. And at the very end of the movie, they all in the bed together, smoking a blunt, and they all looking at pictures of Malik's package. One thing we didn't talk about was
Malik
and Lisa finally did hook up, and she grapefruited him, and it went bad.
All the way
bad.
This
dude had 2 grapefruits.
2 of these
on his package. So yeah, and then he run out. Like, and you see the 2 grapefruits, and you see his little tight booty. Yeah.
Ooh. Thought this was like,
nasty. Your mama go see this video.
Oh shit, I forgot. Sorry, mama. I ain't telling my mama to watch this. Sorry, mama.
Oh my gosh. So y'all, that was Girls Trip. That was Mukbang and Chill. Food is the bomb. Shout out to Cincy Crab for our wonderful spread.
Look at that, man. That's empty.
I ain't even touched my lobster yet. I'm about to eat that, but I done ate every corn. I done ate the eggs, the potatoes, all my shrimp.
It was good.
Smashing. So yeah, it really, really good. And I'm gonna continue to eat because I still want this lobster. But we are gonna eventually do a spin wheel where we have like different genres of movies, and then we pick a movie that way. We're gonna be back in a couple weeks with another movie and some more food. My dad gave me this thing, and I wanted to do it at the end of the show. So let me clean my hands really quick because they're buttery, nice and buttery. And it's this jar, and it's called Smiles to Go. A jar full of love and laughter for a special friend. My daddy gave me this. And I thought that what I could do is at the end of the show, Mocha and I each can pull out one and send you guys on your way with something positive and amazing and great. Okay?
Okay.
So I'll go first. This says, reinforce the stitch that ties us, and I will do the same for you. That's very nice. So if you reinforce it, the strength that ties us, our bond, our partnership,
you will
be on time and stuff. I will do the same for you.
Okay. No one's headaches when he is comforting another. What? No one's head aches when he is comforting another.
So you don't get a headache when you're comforting someone else. You don't have a headache. You know.
No one's headache when you're comforting.
So you're not like in pain or nothing in the midst of comforting someone else.
Okay.
So maybe it's kind of encouraging you
to be a helpful person
and comfort people more often. Yeah, I went to church today, and that's what they were saying. They challenged us to open up more to people. They challenged to invite somebody into our life, 2 people into our life this week. So me and my husband already invited 2 people over for dinner.
New people?
Sometime. No, not new people, but just people that we haven't kicked it with in a long time or something. But and then he was talking about how there's a difference between entertaining and hospitality. Because I think I'm pretty hospitable. I have everybody over, and I'm always cooking and feeding everybody else. But I'm also entertaining people because I want to make sure everything's clean, everything's right, everything's good. And instead of just being like, come on, this is how I live. It's lived in. But I'm here whatever you need me. So we're going to try that this week. I might clean a little bit. But still, I'm going to be hospitable and cook a meal. Just open up for more people. And I think that's great. So you guys have an amazing week, okay? Make sure you guys are watching lots of wonderful movies. Make sure you're eating wonderful food.
Make sure you tune in to our podcast.
Yes, check out 2 Hot Chicks. And then come back for more Mukbang and Chill with your favorite candy lady, Mrs. iCandi.
And her, me, MsMocha.
That's right. And we love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything.
Deuces.
Mwah.